Hey guys, we are doing Math Dailies number 26, day 3. So hopefully you've got your paper out and you are ready to check these. The first one is 8 times 2/3. And so as we did the last 2 days, we just multiply 8 times our numerator, which is 16. And then we keep our denominator of 3, 16/3. The only problem is that is an improper fraction. So we know that a number above another number with a line means to divide. So we will divide 16 by 3. Well, 3 fits into 16 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15. Subtract, and we have 1 left over. We have nothing to bring down. So normally we would write this as 5 remainder 1. But if you'll remember, when we first started talking about remainders, I told you that I would show you how to write it, the remainder as a fraction a little bit later. We know that we were dealing with thirds over here, but if you look right here, your divisor is going to be your denominator, the bottom number of your fraction, and your remainder is going to be the top number. So you're going to have 5 and 1/3. So 16/3 is the same as 5 and 1/3. And if you wanted to check it with a picture, we would do it like this. Let's say that all of these are thirds. Not super equal, but so we're doing 8 times 2/3. So every time we do 2/3, we're going to count it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've colored 8 times 2/3. Okay, every time I colored 2/3, I counted until I got to 8. So that adds up to 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16/3. Okay, so we colored in 16 1/3. But then if you look, you can see we colored in 5 whole ones. Just pretend I colored all those in completely. We colored in 5 whole circles and 1/3 of the last circle. So we have 5 and 1/3. Okay, the next one is 2/10 plus 5 100ths equals 100. And so you might say, oh, I know how to do this. I'm going to add 2 plus 5 equals 7. But the problem is our denominators are not the same. So we cannot add and subtract fractions if the denominators are not the same. So we have to figure out a way to make them the same. Well, we know that 10 times 10 would be 100. So if we multiply the denominator by 10, we also have to multiply the numerator by 10. 2 times 10 is 20. So we have 20 100ths is another way that we can say 2/10. And then you can also just add a 0. Remember, our shortcut when you're multiplying by 10 is just to add a 0. So same thing, 20 100ths. So 20 plus 5 is 25. And we can add them now because our denominators are the same. All right, box 3 is an addition problem. So let's add this together. 4 plus 7 is 11. Put 1, carry 1. 9 plus 0 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. Put put your 0, carry 1. 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 1 is 12, put your 2, carry 1. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11, carry 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 more, 4. So 41,201. Okay, our last box, box 4, says to decompose 9/12 in 2 ways. So we're just remember, compose is to make up something or put something together. Well, decompose is to break it down or to divide it into smaller parts. And you know, in science, we talked about decomposers because they break down dead or old living things, or like plants or animals. They break those things down. So decomposing is just breaking it down into smaller parts. So on this one, we may not all have the same answer. You can pick any 2 numbers that make up 9 and fill in these top spaces. We know our denominator is going to be 12. And then any 2 numbers that add up to 9 will be on top. So you might say 4 plus 5 is 9, 4/12 plus 5/12 equals 9. Or you might have said 5 plus 4. Or you might say 3 plus 6 equals 9. Or 6 plus 3 equals 9. You might also say 1 plus 8. Or 8 plus 1. 2 plus 7. Or 7 plus 2. I think that's all our combinations, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. The only one we can't use is 0 and 9 because we aren't going to have a fraction 0/12. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions. Great job, thanks.